All right, thank you, Luis. I appreciate you joining me here. Why don't we just start off with you just telling everybody your name and where you're from, and then maybe a little bit background information about yourself.
Okay, my name is Luis Garcia. Right now I live in Edinburgh, Texas, which is south of Texas, around the border of uh, about 10 minutes from Mexico, the border of Mexico. So my profession currently is accountant. So I went to college, graduated, and worked with several CPAs, and then I just opened my own accounting firm uh,
Nice.
about about 15 years ago. So I've been doing this for about little more than 15 years, doing everything from bookkeeping, payroll, sales tax reports, tax returns, everything. So so pretty much that's what I used to be. That's what I'm doing right now.
Okay.
So pretty much that's what I do right now, and I'm just right now in the process of making some changes for quite a while. I always have that mindset of entrepreneurship where I always wanted to start my own business and looking for different things, multiple sources of income.
There you go. Yep.
Always looking for those opportunities, but it hasn't really worked out. But so that's pretty much where I'm at right now.
Okay. Awesome. So, what got you interested in passive income?
Well, working in this industry of the accounting industry, it's quite a big challenge. A lot of hours working, especially during tax season, which is January through April, talking about maybe 12 hours a day. Uh, there's two tax seasons in the year, which is January through April, and then here coming September and November, and October, and November with the extensions. So there's a lot of hours that I put into this business, and of course it's been rewarding. I'm not gonna say it hasn't, economically helped me out. It has, but it's just very tiring, and age is something that we can stop.
No, we
and,
can't.
and I like reading. I like listening to to a lot of motivators out there, and Robert Kiyosaki, Harbecker, all, Michael Gerber, all those guys, they keep saying, passive is usually the way. I have always been interested in real estate, but there's always that fear factor, when you go into real estate, and because that's one of the major things that they say about passive, but just always been looking about certain things, affiliate marketing. Um, so I have some passive income coming in from some referrals. So always looking for different ways to minimize my hours of working and maximizing my income. So I'm on the path right now, wanting to be financially free. I've been in the financial services business as well. So I have read all these things about being financially free, but I have put a lot of hours into it, and hopefully this is the way that, now I'm finding something that I think is going to help me out.
Yeah, and if you like T. Harv Eker, like his definition of financial freedom that he uses in his book "Secrets of the Millionaire Mind" is you become financially free when your passive income exceeds your expenses.
Exactly. So I just read the book. Well, I didn't read it. I usually do the audiobooks because
Yeah.
when I'm driving, that's what I listen to, and that's what I'm in the path right now. Making sure that I get that passive income. Well, first find out what's my freedom financial number, right?
Yep.
Which,
Yep.
and I think you teach that as well on your training, and so I'm in that path, and then just looking for those venues of how to replace that. And so eventually I want to reduce the hours, or sell my practice maybe, and just focus on the passive. That's one of
Nice.
my goals. So I am married and I have two children. So one of them is about to go to college. She's a senior. So you know, thank God I've been able to saving, and so her college is being taken care of already. So
Good.
that I feel good about that. And but it's still the time, spending time with them, quality and everything. That's always my goal for them. Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay. So how did you come across the ATM business and interested in starting an ATM business?
Well, I have heard it in the past, but just not knowing how or where to go, it just and then I came across, of course, your advertising in your, I guess, your program, and I started doing numbers. Of course, I'm an accountant, so every time there's numbers involved, it's like, okay, if I invest, like you say, if I invest, I don't know, 100,000 in a building, I'm gonna get the rent. What's my return on investment? Which usually every investor looks into that. Everybody wants at least 10% and above a year. So, but looking at that ATM, doing the numbers, it's just, it's just more than 50% return. So it's like, and investment is not that much compared to, a building or something else, So, you got to put some work into it, like everything. But just return investment, to me, that's what kind of sold it out itself, just the numbers. And that's what I'm looking for. That return investment where you don't put that much money into it to start up, and you can start getting good return investment. And that's what kind of, I like, where do I invest? Where do I put the money? That this what really opened my eye on it.
Gotcha. The thing that I really noticed about you, Luis, was when you were talking about return on investments, and then you got to the return on investments with ATMs, you had this smile come across your face. It was like instant.
yeah. You can't beat it. You go to the bank. I've thought that, in the past, where you go to the bank, you open a CD, less than 1% return.
Right. Exactly.
Even if you lend money, there's always these rules, Texas rules or whatever laws. You can charge more than a certain percentage in a year, 18%. You look at whatever you want to get into it. But when you look at the numbers or the possibilities of the ATM, it could be more than 50% or 100% return, just things. So, that's itself is like, the only thing is that you need volume, but, that's the investment that you, if you have 100,000 and you invest into it, your return investment is still going to be more than 50% or 60%.
Right.
And so that itself is like, it's hard. It has to be hard to beat that investment.
Yeah, I agree. And that's coming from an accountant who's the numbers guy. So what made you decide to get some help when it came to the ATM business? Some training? Well,
looking into, again, passive income opportunities, there's a lot of things out there. You go online and there's a lot of people that tell you how they're going to do it. They send you a lot of webinars, and there's no one that you can ask something when you're lost, And you continue researching online, and then you find somebody else that says something different than the other one, and that's where you start getting confused. And then who do you ask? So the thing that I like about your program is that you can actually ask somebody in person that actually doing the business, and they can answer, frankly, doing the business, not something flashy where, here's all these great cards, you can have all this great life, which is good. I'm sure we all can have it, but I have this question. I'm tied up with, the real world, which you go and talk to the client and they say no, they say yes, or, I installed the two ATMs yesterday, and I had a hard time, putting the hole into it, and I just found out that I have the wrong drill into it. It was not an impact drill, it was a different drill. So it's like those kind of things is that with the community, you ask and you find out, and just to have somebody that you can ask and they can mentor you, there's a lot of mentorship out there, but a lot of things is digital. So it's like just whatever's in the video, that's all you can get out of it. And one thing that I like about your program is that you're actually available anytime. So it's like any questions, anything, just answer it, and or any other student asks, we might have the same ask, and you answer right away. So to me that's a big plus, on this.
Awesome. So you were just looking for that person that you could turn to, and if you had questions, that was the important thing for you.
Yeah. I mean, because we can research everything online, and there's a lot of different things, but um, there's something certain questions that you gotta ask somebody, so they can tell you, okay, live person, and that's to me that's a big plus. I rather talk to someone versus sending an email. Sometimes I really, I mean, I can do it, but sometimes to make an explanation on an email is like, okay, how do I word it? How do I say this? And then if the person's gonna understand it correctly,
Right.
so to me, it's just pick up the phone or send the text, and or like we have the weekly calls. That's awesome, and that to me that's awesome.
And then, of course, you always have the Facebook group where not only I answer, but then you got other students that can answer.
Yeah, and again, the way I've been seeing the Facebook group is that these are people that are out there and they're facing challenges, and some challenges that I have not even faced, but since they already face them and they already kind of solve it, that helped me open my eyes. Okay, well, I won't go that route. I'll go, because well, that helps a lot. And
learning from other people's challenges.
Yeah.
Okay, awesome. So, what was your biggest concern with becoming a student of mine?
Well, I think again it's getting what it really says that I was gonna get, because there's a lot of things out there that they tell you, okay, when you buy this program, you're gonna get all these, and that, right? And then you dish out the money out of your pocket, and then you don't get that, and it's always a fear, there, and because of a lot of fraud going on. I mean, I just came out of a big fraud from an affiliate marketing company that they shut them out. The FD, what's it called, FDIC or
FTC.
Yeah, FTC. They shut them out, and I was, I got into debt. Thank God, some of the things got returned by the credit card, but others don't. So it's like I was with them about maybe 6 months, and it would become a fraud, and I paid some money. Wow. There's always that fear out there when you have been, I guess, happened to that. So but I mean, I've been happy with the result, and that I think it's a very well money invested.
Good, awesome. Yeah, I didn't know that happened to you. So I'm actually surprised that you still went out and trusted in somebody else, because you when something like that happens, you could be a little gun shy,
Yeah, and I mean, I did my due diligence, I guess, before I joined that, and everything looked like awesome. I mean, their training was also good. I also had a live person, a mentor. I spoke to them, and they were, to me, it didn't look nothing fishy, nothing like that.
Yeah.
But I don't know what the government or the agency saw, whatever, but they shut them out. And I was like, wait, I'm on my way in the kind of middle to learning this thing. And then, so, but it just happens, it just happened.
But I guess it all works out in the end in some way, right?
Yeah, I mean, you learn and live, and just, continue going forward. And I think when you continue looking, eventually it's going to pay off.
Right. So what made you finally decide to choose me as your mentor and go with my training?
I think that, of course, your reviews and looking again, that live call and that live, mentorship. That's kind of the thing that kind of going with your program that and again, you didn't come out flashy. We're with a lot of mentors maybe come along where you saw these big houses or these cruises or these other things. It's like, I'm kind of tired of that stuff, because I know they use it a lot, and but I'm already been burned so many times. Like, that doesn't sell me, even though I have fought right in the past. But I was like, no, I mean, she looks, simple, and I think, she's doing the thing is that you're doing it. You're actually out there,
right?
Have ATM machines doing it, and I'm sure you come across something new, things that you haven't come across before, and you share it, and that's what made me join the program.
Awesome. So you joined the training. How long did it take you before you placed your first ATM, Luis?
I think it took me about a month.
Nice.
About a month.
Awesome. 1 month. And what kind of place did you put it in?
I put it in a restaurant.
Okay. Awesome.
One of them, and the other one I put it in a they sell a lot of like ice cream shop,
Mhm.
all that kind of stuff. So I two plates. Of course, there. One of the things that I looked at also is that I have clients I do accounting for. So
Right, right.
the industries I know. So I just talk to them and ask them if I can put in. They say yes without a problem. So I did. It didn't took me that long um, to kind of convince them or to kind of do something because they're my clients. So I went through my list of the clients that I have, and I'm gonna be probably talking to them more. But I just wanted to, I guess, get my feet wet on these two and see how they goes, how the system works and everything, and hopefully in the next month or so I can place another two and see how that goes.
So you placed two like within a month?
Yes, two.
Okay. Now the two you placed yesterday, do you have four now?
No,
Or
no.
how many do you have now? Just two.
Those are the two. Yeah. Those are
Okay, so you got the contract signed within a month, but you just installed them yesterday.
Yes.
Perfect. Okay, awesome. Well, that's a good one. Two right away. That's how I did it when I first got when I first started. I got two on the same day. So just like you.
Yeah, and they both, the both business, they just open up. So they just opened their doors this last week. So I think it's gonna be kind of like a slow start, but eventually pick up because it's a new business and they're gonna be driving business to their business. So
Right, for sure.
that is,
Awesome. Well, that is super exciting.
yeah.
What did you find, Luis, was your favorite part of the training program?
Well, I think the favorite part is pretty much the live calls. That's pretty much the most of the where the questions arise. Where other people are having asking the questions. So I think that the live calls is the best training to me.
And you find that most helpful, I would say, right?
A lot, yeah, a lot. I mean, I went through your training pretty fast as far as the videos and all that. That helped me out a lot. And from there, it arises the questions, and then the questions that were answered on the call. So to me, that was the best. That's the best thing with the program, the weekly calls.
Awesome, awesome, cool. Now, I know you just placed your machines yesterday, but have you seen any impact from having your ATM business yet? Doesn't have to be financial, like any type of impact have you seen? Because obviously you just placed them.
Yeah, I just placed them. I think the impact is person more in me as far as okay, I already did it. I already bought the machine, I already placed it, I already somebody already told me yes, and I already went and programmed it, and the program worked. Everything, and just placing it itself, I think to me is a huge plus. It's a win. Now just getting it, monitor and see how, that as it becomes where maybe I don't know how often I'm gonna be going weekly or every 2 weeks, but just by doing it itself and making it happen, that you can actually put the machine and program it and it's working. I actually did a transaction myself for $60, and it came out and it's like, okay, that felt good.
Yes. Yeah, right.
It's working. That's something where I'm gonna get stuck here, and But again, your program is that I can go back and ask you, okay, this happened. Maybe a bill got stuck, so how do I do it? All that kind of stuff. So that's a big help.
And then you have all those videos that show you, okay, if a bill gets stuck, watch this. If this happens, watch this.
Right. So you have all that into the program where it's the how to's, and you can just go back and anytime just looking into it and just go from there.
Yeah, I love that you said anytime because you just installed your ATMs yesterday, so everything's probably gonna go smooth, and then maybe 6 months down the line you might get a jam bill, so you just go back into the training and look, okay, how do I take care of this? That's awesome.
Yeah, and you have it there, for whatever reference you wanted to look into.
Right. So it sounds like the biggest impact that it's had for you so far is a sense of accomplishment.
Yeah, absolutely.
Awesome.
That awesome. Of course, I don't know if in the future, how my clients are gonna react as far as that would be a different maybe impact. If they're gonna maybe refer me to somebody else, or if they're gonna, that'll come in the future when they're already being set, ready
Right.
to work on. Yeah.
Okay. Awesome. What do you think, Luis, is the number one reason why you've been successful with my program?
Well, the coaching itself, it's awesome. I mean, again, you give the vendor list, and they have worked out pretty well. I mean, it's I think the coaching, the videos, the training, the live calls, all of that packaged together, it just helps you go step by step, and you get stuck on one thing, and you get the answer right away. So that's to us that are new to this business, or somebody wanting to start new. That's a big plus, because how do you do it? Even though sometimes it's in the training, but sometimes it's easy just to ask, and then you say, okay, go to video number 3. Okay, then you can go right away, because that itself is like, oh, okay, at least you have a reference point where to go, where be guided, where, okay, where can I find this information? Just go there. Okay, that itself, it's a big plus on the mentorship.
Awesome. Yeah. Now, and then here's the thing, though, that a training is just a training. It's nothing without you actually implementing it. So you found the time, even with a business and a family, to still be able to implement your ATM business, right?
Right. Yeah, I mean, it's just a matter of, to me, getting my family involved, as far as this is what I'm gonna be doing. This is what it's some time consuming, because you have other things to do. Family. I mean, kids have activities, sports activity, everything, and you just running around. But you just hope that it'll pay off, and I mean, that's what entrepreneurship do. You just go and do it, and see how it goes. I mean,
Right.
Yeah.
Awesome. So I know you just started your ATM business not long ago, Luis, but do you have a favorite thing about your ATM business so far?
My favorite thing will be, I guess, just I haven't really thought about a favorite thing. I mean, I just place them. So
Yeah, you just started.
So I'm assuming my favorite thing will be looking at my bank account on the surcharge. That's growing. That would be probably my favorite thing. Say, okay, I see transactions coming in, and I think that would be the favorite thing, just seeing that it's actually changing into transactions, and seeing the money coming in, and that's something, I guess, that it'll inspire me to continue placing more.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that'll probably be the favorite thing.
How old are your kids? I know you said you have one that's a senior getting ready to go to college. How old's the other one?
He's 17 and my son is 13.
Okay. Now, do they both get involved in the business at all, or no?
They haven't been involved, but I have been looking for something that can be more like a family kind of business, where I mean, I went to college, and it's a good thing, good experience. It has helped me get my career. But I know college don't teach you life, or
Yeah.
they teach you how to just follow orders, and just get a job, and that's fine for a lot of people. I'm not that type of person, but if I can just teach my kids into, well, you know what, I want them to go to college, but just think that, if you don't have if you don't want to have business, that's fine, but just give it a try, and you see that sometimes it's, if I can have that path for them, you know what, and just place an ATM and go once a week, and you make some extra, I mean, and why, I think once they start seeing it, they'll like it, kids.
Oh yeah.
$20, $30. It's like, oh, I like it, I can go out. But so hopefully I'm doing this with ATM, and I was doing something with affiliate marketing, or something that, they don't have to have a store where they have to be there, 100% time, something that, they can do in 1 hour, 2 hours a day without a problem, and they can make some extra money. So, but I'm looking for that, which I think I found it to the ATM, is that, okay, I can help them make some extra income, and maybe in the future they have their own stuff. I would like to make I'm working on changing their mentality to be entrepreneurship versus having a job. But
That's awesome.
we'll see how it plays out.
That's huge. That's huge. And, you know, it might not, you might not see anything from them right now because they're in their teenage years.
Yeah.
But once they get a little older, I bet it's going to be, hey, Dad, what's this ATM thing again?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. And you know, I mean, I'm kind of, like I said, showing them where, you know, you can have some freedom, but I can show them right now because I'm stuck in an office, you know, 12, 14 hours, and they seen that. So I said, okay, yeah. I don't want to be working 12, 14 hours. I just want to work 8 hours, like, you know, maybe in the future. But so that's that. I gotta show them first, and by my actions and what I'm doing, and then they can be okay. Well, I like the lifestyle you have, you know, where you don't have to go in office all day, you know, just a couple of hours, maybe 3, 4 hours, and you know, play it cool, so and still have a good lifestyle, you know. So that's pretty nice.
That is great because you know they're not going to learn that at school. Like, no. We know that, you know.
No, we're not. They're not, and you know, I mean, it's and like I said, you know, my we have here in Edinburgh, in our city, we have a university, University of Texas, Rio Grande. So she's gonna be going to this college right here. So that's the good thing, that she'll be here. A lot of times the kids, they, you know, they get out of high school and they want to leave to a university, you know, somewhere else in another city or whatever. My daughter is going to be going here to so hopefully I can get this thing going and she can learn, and you know, and we'll see how it plays out, you know, for her as well.
Yeah, awesome. So for somebody who might be considering my training, maybe they're on the fence, like, what would you say to someone who's considering my training?
I think just go ahead and move forward. I had that skepticism, you know, well, you know, is it gonna work? What kind of training I'm gonna be getting? But it pays out. It pays out because it's an investment, like everything. Sorry for the phone; it's ringing, but.
Okay.
But it'll pay out. I mean, it'll pay out as far as, you know, the learning that you get, the coaching that you get, just for somebody to show you the ropes and everything. It's pricey. It's pricey, but if you're gonna start a business, you know, you can invest. You know, I mean, one thing that I learned from that other company that didn't work out so well, it worked out a way where they show me, okay, you know, the price when you go to college, right?
Yeah.
How much you invest in it. And then, okay, let's say, you know, you invest whatever, 60,000, whatever, to go get a job that is going to pay you 40,000 a year, right? So you invested that money in there. Or you invest in a franchise, which is still going to be expensive to earn some money. So you look at those prices, like, you want something that is turnkey, somebody that can help you, somebody that can tell you the way. I mean, I think this is a very good program that is going to help you do that, and more effective and cost efficient as well. So
yeah, that's what I say. It's not going to cost you like a franchise would, or like a full college education would.
Right? And the time that you, like you say, you know, I mean, even if you go to college, you got to go 4 years before you can start making some money.
True.
If you look at a franchise, you know, you invest in a franchise, it's going to take you at least, you know, depends. If it's going to be a store, it's going to take you 6 months to a year before you can start making some money. And I mean, I've seen some of my clients, they invest into that, and they don't, when they open up, they don't start seeing profits until maybe year number 2.
Right.
They get their investment back.
Yeah.
But in this, I mean, you put them. I mean, in my case, I started the program a month ago, and I'm already placed the 2 ATMs, and hopefully start making money. And maybe in 3 months, I already got my money back. You know, it's like, you know, it's no comparison as far as, you know, doing. I mean, yeah, you can go on your own and get an ATM and try to put it, but you're gonna have a lot of questions. And this program, this mentor, you know, your program helps out, you know, weed out all those questions before you even go into it, not into it, and then, you know, the machine's not working. How do you do it? How you program it and going all that is like, to me, it'll be like, nah, impossible. I mean, you get burned right away, you know. So yeah, yeah. I mean, I think somebody that is hesitating on doing it, I would say, you know, just move forward, and they won't be disappointed as for the coaching that they're getting here. Yeah.
Awesome, awesome. Thank you. So knowing everything that you know now, would you do it all over again as far as starting, you know, that affiliate marketing, starting the ATM business, getting the training? Would you do it all over again?
I would do it all over again, but with the proper training now. The affiliate marketing, it's something that is still out there for me because
Yeah.
because you know, I mean, you get paid a commission for promoting something, right? And that's good. It's just, again, finding the right mentorship. That's the big key right there. You know, there's a lot of people out there. There's a lot of things out there, but finding that right the actual training and mentorship, it's to me, it's like you have to hit that. And if you have that, you know, you're going to be better off, and you won't be making as many mistakes as if you were to not get the program. So yeah, I mean, I'm actually like restarting again, you know, with this is something that ITM business, and I think I see myself having, you know, 20, 30 ATMs. I mean, I see it as, I mean, looking at the averages that everybody, the industry talks about $300 to $600 an ATM machines, right? But I look at on my end as far as my clients. I mean, I also get a monthly payment from them for doing the service on a monthly basis. So I say, if I get an ATM and I can replace one of my clients, so I just count the clients that I have. That's how much ATMs I need to have to replace this business.
Wow. Yeah.
That's kind of a goal. But the time and everything that I need to put one on the other is totally different.
Totally different. Yeah.
I mean, accounting, it's deadlines, it's every month, paying the IRS, paying. You have all these reports every month, deadlines, and, you know, of course, clients calling you that deadlines and all this that you know, and comparing to this to a machine, it's like, okay, this one doesn't ask questions. This one, I don't need a deadline over here. It's like, so that's how I'm seeing it. You know, one machine equals to one of my clients over here. So I just need to kind of, each machine will be kind of replacing one of my clients over here. So that's how I'm seeing it. And that's my goal.
Awesome. I think that's a great goal, Luis.
So that's kind of, you know, the more machines I have means that I'm getting closer to replace maybe this business and maybe sell it, and, you know.
Awesome. Fantastic, fantastic. So I appreciate your time with me today and sharing your story with everybody. Is there any final words you want to share to anybody that might be watching?
Just, you know, I think just trust the system. If hopefully they jump and they move forward with the mentorship, and it's intimidating at the beginning because you have to pay something, of course, you know, and sometimes people don't have the money, and maybe they're going to go into a credit card debt or whatever. But I've seen this training. I've seen a lot of training before, you know, but I haven't really seen the mentorship and the program that you have as far as, again, with the life call. Just from that itself is like, I mean, you know, all these gurus out there, you know, if you want to talk to them, they're going to charge you, you know, an arm and a leg just to talk to them 20, 30 minutes, you know. And just having these live calls with you guys, you know, it's just itself, I think, pays the program itself. For me, that's what's been. And of course, the training you get, the videos you have there for a lot of references. But to me, the main thing is to have those coaching calls. And
Perfect.
that's to me, that pays itself for what the program is.
Awesome. And I stay on those calls, those weekly coaching calls. I stay on until you guys finish all your questions, right?
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't matter. It can be 1 hour, it can be 2 hours. You know,
Yep.
you know the question. So it's not is not limited, and that's another thing, that you're not in a hurry to kind of finish the call because you got to leave, or
Right.
so that's, to me, that's that's awesome, the service that you provide them there, because doesn't matter how many questions you have, they're going to be answered, and just, doesn't matter how much time it takes. Yeah.
How do you like the goal setting aspect of the calls?
That's a big one, because of course, accountability is something that if we don't have it, we're gonna procrastinate on it. So here comes the call, and you're like, oh, my goals, I didn't do it, and it's a pain point, but it helps you get moving. Helps you
Yeah.
get moving, and okay, I gotta do it, and I gotta do this. And we have all, most of the people that are gonna probably join the business. They have jobs, they have other things, they have family, they have, we have a bunch of things. But when you have accountability, it makes you think, okay, I gotta do it. Why did I pay? Why did I join? I mean,
Yes.
if I'm not gonna get it done, if I'm not gonna be accountable to someone, then why pay? I mean, and to me, that's a big plus. The goal setting, planning, everything is like, and people that don't know where to start, this is a great place where you can guide them to what's the first step to do, and what's the second step, the third step. So yeah, I mean, it's somebody trying to hesitate, I will say, just join in and do it, and I'm pretty sure they won't be disappointed, and then you have a whole community that I'm part of that community, and I'm sure other people they have interviewed, they're part of the community, and they'll see that we're actually out there and doing it. It's not something that is just out there, and people are just wishing to do.
Right. You're actually doing it. Yep, you got it. Awesome. Well, thank you so much for your time, Luis. We all appreciate you sharing your story. I guess we'll let you get back to your accounting now. And good luck with those 2 ATMs you placed yesterday. And of course, you need any help, you got the calls and you got the student group, okay?
Appreciate it. Thank you very much.
All right. Thank you, sir. Have a great day.
You too. Bye.
All right. Bye-bye.